And we're going to be trying to do this key cutting with a normal type of Ford key. So we got the original Ford key we have here. It's already cut, obviously. So then we have this key blank. So we're going to put remote start on this vehicle. And when you cut this key cutter is obviously not made for this, but we're going to see if we can get it to work. I tested it on another one already and it seemed to work all right. So we're going to try this one while I record it. Do the same thing. Lock this side piece down over here. So we can put the other key, line it up front to back. Set this key all the way up to the front. I'm going to hold it down so it's flush against this back piece right here, all the way across, because we're going to end up cutting the front part of the key. The back part's going to be the same height. So make sure it's flat. Pushed all the way up. We're going to tighten this. Make sure it's not going to go anywhere. Since we got that, double check from the side view here. Looks good. We're going to do the vertical. And it's just going to slowly cut through here. So I can do this while avoiding the camera. Okay, obviously we have a lot of burrs on here. Got a lot of area here we got to clean up with a file afterwards, but otherwise just got to flip it over and do it again. Okay, we got this flipped over and we're going to try cutting the other side of this now. Alright, looks like we got it all cut. So we can get this cleaned up with the file and brush and get back to you here. Alright, got the keys cleaned up, all the burrs taken off. And we got our two remote start keys cut to match the original. And then we just got to put it in the truck, make sure all the keys work, turn, and get them programmed using our key programmer, and then get them set up with Forscan with the remote start. We already got the remote start module installed. And then we'll have remote start with the new truck. Alright, well, we were at the junkyard today, found a remote start module. This was mounted up underneath the dash over here to those brackets. Can't really see very well. And it just plugs into a module over here. Just gotta move this out of the way, and there's a factory module right there. And it just sets in place and then bolts on. We gotta activate it with Forscan and then get remotes that have the remote start button on them. So get this installed here. Alright, got the module installed for the remote start. We took off this access panel, dropped the glove box down, get it out of the way. Pretty easy to install. So it plugs in right here, this light gray one. Plugs into that. Wire runs over. Little connector there that locks it in place. Runs up. There's another connector up top here. With that harness. Locks it in place right there. Come around here. Locks in place there, runs over here, plugs in right underneath the dash. Flip this camera around, make it a little bit easier. There's a bolt here that That's the module right there. Another bolt right there. And then it just plugs in. That's it. There you go. Turn on with Forscan. We're in the truck trying to get the key programmed. It's on a 10-minute wait right now until we can get the key programmed and we can get both of them added. We need to check to make sure the keys are good first by adding them, and then we can go back and erase all the keys and add only the keys that we have, because there is 2 keys in the truck right now and we only have 1 of them. So we don't want 1 key floating around somewhere, and we want to just program our own and have only our own able to start the truck. So I'll start it back up again after the 10 minutes is over. All right, almost exactly 10 minutes in here. So we have learn keys 2. Want to learn next key? Yes. Keys learned. Nope. Okay, now we're going to do the erase all keys so we can get that mystery key out of the system. Okay, this is the all keys lost. We're going to erase all of the keys. 2 keys are required. We have 3 now. We know they all work. Keys in the on position. And then we have to wait another 10 minutes. 10 minutes is over. 4 keys in the system. We only have 3, so it's going to erase all the keys. Now we have 0. I had this problem on the Focus when we did the all keys lost. It only programmed 2 keys, and we have to go through the add keys method to program that 3rd key. So we got to wait another 10 minutes. Finally, our 10-minute wait is over. Now we are down to just 2 keys in the system. Okay. We got 3 keys. We don't want any more. And we are done. Now we need to program the buttons for these. So you have 1 original Ford key that has the remote program. So what we have to do here is turn the key on to accessory and return to on 8 times within 10 seconds. And then press any button on the Ford fob within 20 seconds, and then the fob within 20 seconds, and so on. So let's give this a shot. Accessory to on 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's bump. Okay. And then obviously so we got, that was just the text message received through Bluetooth. It's not part of the series. Now we have 3 keys, all remote programmed, and all keys programmed to the truck. Now we just got to figure out how to get this remote start programmed. Okay, we're going to go to configuration and programming. Go to the body control module as built. Go down here to yes, we know it's not safe. There must be stuff you don't know what you're doing. And ours says 0047. Now we need to change that to 01. Okay, we changed this to 0148. We're going to click on write. Progress bar. Program successfully. Cycle ignition off and back on. And while we're here, we're going to install that select shift transmission lever. So we're going to get this changed now. We're going to edit the vehicle ID, the block configuration, which loads up under this menu. We're going to go down to select shift transmission, not equipped. We're going to go down here to edit that. And change that to equipped. Okay. And I'm going to hit right. And the buttons, that lever's not installed yet, so I'm not sure if this is going to cause any problems. And check that. We're going to go to configuration, vehicle ID, go back down to run, turn ignition off. And now it shows as select shift is equipped. And the last thing we have to do is to test, see if our remote start is working. So on this is pretty simple. You hit lock, remote start twice, and the truck is started. Looks like it works.